Welcome back. Over the time between this and the last episode, I trained up some Pokemon for this little trainer gauntlet. The first of which is a double battle, or it can be, and I'm choosing to do so. I believe they will start with Magby and Smoochum, and I'm gonna just levitate Bulldoze, and should be good. One person has a Trico, which is gonna be something. I believe my Pokemon will be able to outspeed plenty fine. We'll see. Yeah, Camper Anthony, Picnic Lauren, perfect. Magby Smoochum, perfect. Alright. Okay, so my Marshtomp has 49 speed, right? Sorry, 49. Magby is only at 47, so I will be able to outspeed, and I'm just going to set up a substitute as well during this time. And the Bulldoze should be able to take out both the Smoochum and the Magby. Smoochum just has very, very low physical defense, so it's gonna, I think, take more damage than the Magby. Takes a lot. 160 minimum. Okay. Trapinch does not have Arena Trap, notably, and Snubbull. Interesting. Snubbull just has Bite, Headbutt, Roar, and Rage. It did lower my attack. Let me check the Trapinch. Trapinch will not be able to do too much either. It might dig again. And I'm more scared about the Trapinch. How much does Ominous Wind do against it? Plenty. I will Ominous Wind for Trapinch. Stubble will take some damage, and Trapinch will go down. Last Pokemon for that side is a Charmander. Surprised it isn't a Charmeleon at this point, but, you know, whatever. Yep, substitute's fine. The Bulldoze will be able to take it out. Yeah, Shockwave will be able to take out that. The level cap is 31. I just leveled to 28 to give me plenty of room to fight these trainers. And finally, the Trico. Pursuit, Agility, Giga Drain, Slam. It only has 41 speed. Ominous Wind does a minimum 82%, and Bulldoze does 55%. So that should be game. Easy. Denim hits hard. It's got 78 special attack at level 28. It's crazy. Graveler. Neat. Giga Drain. Nom 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 nom. And Sand Slash will meet the same fate. I do outspeed. Oh, well, I guess I'm fighting Youngster Austin. Lombre, Gligar, Lombre. First. I do outspeed. Sludge will be able to KO, but you might fake out first. That's fine. Poison point, I suppose. Sludge. What's that? Up to 62. I'm going to stay in and Giga Drain. I will outspeed. I will be at full health. If it does crit on anything, I will still survive. The only thing that might be iffy is if it bulldoze, crits, and the speed drop. Then I will not outspeed. So now that I'm -1, I don't outspeed, and the bulldoze will be able to crit KO, so I'm going to swap into... I need to heal Denim as well. I could do Dem, I could do Eggshell. I'm thinking Eggshell. Yeah, should be fine. A slash, interesting. And Renegus. That is weird that he's... Slash. I must have, like, saw a crit roll or something. I don't know. Yeah, I was just gonna say, it looked like they really buffed the stats, and they did for Dunsparce. Dunsparce got a lot more attack and defense, and a bit more HP. Right now I will swap into Denim. And Denim will just Shockwave. This should not be able to KO unless it crits. Yeah. And power. It's fine. Even if you got the Ancient Power boost, I would be able to outspeed and take it out. Dunsparce number 2, I'm just going to Shockwave twice. And the reason why I didn't just go for Denim in the first place is I believe there were rolls of me like low rolling both Shockwaves to be for the Dunsparce to be able to survive if it got an AP boost on the first one, and so it just alleviated a little bit of RNG by going for the fake out on the first one. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. It might have not really mattered, but it all worked out. I believe the first Pokemon will not have any moves against me. So they might just swap into the one Pokemon that does have a move, Meditite, which will just go down to an ominous wind. And congratulations, the other two Pokemon in this team can't hurt Rotom. Shockwave against this. And 2, maybe 3 shockwaves will be needed for this Hariyama. Most likely 3, in fact. Oh well, I'm level 29 now. So there's a or you can belly drum. Sure. Maximize that attack. That would be quite spooky if I didn't have a ghost type, I will say. There we go. Alright. Next is the rival fight, which I will make a team for here. So, the first Pokemon that Dawn has is a Piloswine, notably with a Focus Sash, so there's no way of clean one-shotting unless you have like a multi-hitting move, but I don't think any of my Pokemon with multi-hitting moves can reliably one-shot, so I feel like that's just a moot point. Medang definitely seemed like the best thing to do, because I'm not going to take too much damage from any of its moves. It doesn't have like Earthquake or anything like that, which is very nice. And I can just Iron Head. Iron Head, there is a chance that I flinch, which can be nice. Save me some HP. I think it might go into Lopunny. When it sends in Lopunny, it's going to want to Jump Kick. So probably if I... Oh, it has Scrappy. So I can't just like swap into Rotom to be able to make it take 50%. Then probably a flying type, like maybe Gyarados. Gyarados seems to be pretty good. I'll only take, maximum 24% from Jump Kick. However, I would have to rely on Bounce, which isn't the best. It is 85 accuracy. But it is something if I'm wanting to go this route. Another thought that I had is I do have an Eevee that I haven't evolved, and I have a Sunstone to evolve it into an Espeon. Espeon should be pretty good against the Lopunny. Yeah, if I go for Espeon, first off, I didn't quite realize that Gyarados does not outspeed the Lopunny, so I would take a Jump Kick. I then take a Dizzy Punch, which could confuse me, and then Bounce to turn move when I'm confused is a lot worse, plus the 85 accuracy, and I could get crit on stuff, so I don't think Gyarados is the play. This is without Intimidate, but still. I don't think Gyarados is the play because I don't outspeed. Espeon, however, does outspeed for sure. And if I have 2 I don't even need this, but I'm gonna do 2 in special attack, and extra sensory will clean one-shot. The main thing is if I have Medang out, it's gonna want to Jump Kick, and then I can swap in Espeon, even if the Jump Kick crits. That's fine. Espeon is definitely the best thing against the Lopunny. The issue is being able to get it in safely, but we'll see how that exactly goes. If I get crit, I'll need to do some different pivoting and just like go back on the plan of Gyarados. But I think if I don't get crit, this is the way to do it, is with Espeon. It'll probably then go into Prinplup because of Shadow Claw. In this case, if it's going to use Shadow Claw, I could probably just bring like Roselia. Yeah, this is fine. Once again, if I get crit, I'm still fine, and I do outspeed the Prinplup. Even if it, for whatever reason, goes for Icy Wind and crits. Granted, if Icy Wind crits and then I take a speed drop, things will change. But as is, I think, Medang versus Piloswine, Espeon and Gyarados versus the Lopunny, and Roselia versus the Prinplup. So all that's left is the Clefable, which it is Fairy type. If Medang hasn't taken a bunch of damage, I can use Medang for that. But to fill out the rest of the team, what else might I want? Usually when I get to the point of needing to fill out the teams, I either go in two directions. One of putting in good defensive pivots, or two, putting in fast Pokemon to possibly revenge kill or have priority. So the first one that comes to mind for me that sort of fits both of these is Azu. Azu fills the role quite well of revenging with Aqua Jets, and Play Rough against Lopunny does very good. It does have the chance of missing, which is, you know, iffy, but it is something I'm glad Azu fits this role quite well. Lastly, I think Crobat works as well. It's a great Pokemon to pivot into a jump kick and then swap to something else if I need. Or if it's low enough, I can just wing attack. Even if I expert belt, it's not quite in KO range still. Yeah, Crobat being able to wing attack here, Poison Fang here. Yeah, overall, it will outspeed everything. So Crobat's probably going to be the last one. This should be my team. I'll get back with the fight. Yeah, here's Dawn. Hi, Megadeth. How's your Pokédex coming along? Me? I'm somewhere between fantastic and hopeless. But never mind that. My Pokemon are doing fantastic. In fact, I'll prove that to you right now. Get ready, Megadeth. Alrighty. In terms of items that I did, I decided to go for just an Oranberry and a Fuchsia, just to help with possible crit ranges, things like that. Iron Heads, I did not flinch you, that's fine. And a Bullet Punch should just take you out now. There we go. Prinplup. Did not send in Lopunny. Interesting. I definitely thought it would. Okay, that's fine. Against Prinplup, I have out Medang. It's going to Shadow Claw. I'm going to switch. If I swap into Rose right now, Shadow Claw will do a lot of damage. I do outspeed Shadow Claw, even if it crits, is fine. I think I am going into Rose. A few Icy Winds, that is... Okay, phew. I was thinking get Might Icy Winds, if it was like, oh, I'm slower than it, I'm gonna Icy Wind you. I could see that as an AI option, but I'm going to Giga Drain now. Nice. Back up to full. Now Lopunny. Lopunny's going to Dizzy Punch at this point. Dizzy Punch or Fake Out. It's not correct for me to simply just go into Espeon. Because Dizzy Punch, if it goes for it, can crit and KO. I'm thinking I either go into... Yeah, I'm going to go into Sangria for the Intimidate, first of all. And you did go for Fake Out. Okay. Cool. So now it's going to go for Dizzy Punch. I can stay in and go for Bounce, or I can swap into, let's say, Medang to bait the Jump Kick to then go into Espeon. I think I'm going to stay in. If I don't get the Bounce, then it's fine, because I still can do the same thing that I did before. Okay, it didn't confuse me. Nice. Okay, got the Espeon for no particular reason, but I do think Espeon was probably the thing to get, because a good fast psychic type is very, very good, especially on the next move from Maylene, or it's Fantina, I forget. Either way, if it crits, it will only do 69. I am outside of crit range. I can stay in, go for an Aqua Tail. Let me just double check one. Okay, I am just Water Flying. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't like Water Dragon in this. Yeah, I'm gonna go for an Aqua Tail. I hit. Very nice. Good damage. Good damage. And I crit. Okay. If it did Moonblast me and crit, I could swap into a Zoom. Like, even if it was doing a boatload of things, I would have been fine with all of the rest of my team. But all questionably clean. There were some things that I didn't get right, like it went into Prinplup instead of Lopunny. But other than that, I would say pretty good. And I think the reason why it went into Lopunny instead of Prinplup was normal is not very effective. Fighting is just regularly effective against Medang, whereas Prinplup is just water, which is regularly effective. And so the sort of tight matchup is technically in favor for Prinplup, which is, I think, why it went into that. Either way, worked out. Wow, your Pokemon are also really impressive with that. I bet they can get stronger. I've got a gift for you, one that's perfect for training your Pokemon. The VS Seeker! You can find trainers who want to rematch with you. Okay, let's keep working on our Pokédexes. Professor Owen is counting on us. Let's just continue on here. Mount Coronet, I already have my encounter, which was Feebas. Oh. According to one theory, Mount Coronet is where the Sinnoh region began. In a newly created world, a world where only time flowed and space expanded. There should have been no strife. But what became of that world? Because the human spirit is weak and incomplete, strife has spread. This world is being ruined by it. I find this state of affairs to be deplorable. Well, have a nice day. What a swell young fellow. Route 208. Do I have an encounter here? I do not. Okay. Well, first, let's fight this hiker. This fight should be pretty straightforward. I should heal my team as well. But... Oh, this is not the hiker I was anticipating. Hiker Jonathan. Either way... Giga Drain. I was expecting just a Marowak. That, I guess, is a different trainer. Bronzor. I will swap, I will say... Yeah. Diffusia. Nexus Century won't do too much. One or two, I think. Probably two. 4! It's a crit! Dang. I'm glad I swapped. For 6. 50%. Iron defense. Okay. I'm gonna pursue. Iron defense again. This pursuit will KO them. And Shuckle. Ooh, it can use Bug Bite against me. No, my Oran Berry. No! Flinch, flinch, flinch. Yes! My Oran Berry is saved! Okay, let's heal. Let's actually take whiteout for a spin, because I didn't get to use it in the last fight, and I have trained it for nothing. Well, not for nothing. The battle definitely could have gone along different ways. Having Espion, I think, was the play to do. Oh, I also need to change where things are. So this should just... Did. Okay. Top of that waterfall doesn't look great. The bounding of the floor. Whatever. Sword stance. That's very nice. Slurp. Nice. Put that down. Watch out, Rose. Slurp. Nice. ether. That can be useful in gauntlets. I didn't record me getting this route encounter. Well, because I forgot to hit record. Teehee. But the encounters here. I was debating between the honey tree or the grass encounter. The honey trees specifically had lots of great grass type Pokemon. I already have Cherubi, so the other ones here would be Shroomish, Execute, Seedot, and Tangela. All of those would be pretty good. Great grass type Pokemon. Shroomish especially, I feel like, with Breloom Spore, always a great Pokemon to have. The grass encounter, I already have the Barrel line and Roselia line, which are the two most common ones in here. So the things that are left outside of Dupe Claws are Skitty, Jigglypuff, Curlia, Zangoose, Seviper, Smeargle, and if I want to Pokeradar, Dunsparce. I decided to go for the grass encounter, while the honey encounter would give me a guaranteed great grass type Pokemon. There are numerous other honey trees with these grass type Pokemon, and of these I was like, what are the Pokemons that I actually would really like to use? Seviper and Curlia would be nice as well to possibly get a Galactic Gardevoir. But mainly Seviper was that's the one that I'm absolutely wanting to get, and so I'm going for the grass, and lo and behold, I got the Seviper. It's unfortunate that it just makes me seem like I possibly reset for the Seviper, but pinky promise I didn't. And got the Seviper. Seviper in this game is Poison Dark, so Drapion, great typing, fantastic typing. And overall has very good stats. So the last thing here then is to figure out a team for Aaron, which happens in this building. Here is Aaron's team. Aaron starts with a Dustox, and then has a Beautifly, Venomoth, Scizor, and Drapion. Notably, Drapion is level 32, and this is an quote-unquote other fight. Gym leaders are +0 for the level cap. Rivals are +1. Others are +2. But Fantina, after this, is level 33, while the level cap here is technically level 34. So if I want to go to the level 34, I could, but that means I wouldn't be able to use those Pokemon in Fantina. But we'll see. The first thing is Dustox. Dustox from previous run, I know, is quite good, especially defensive-wise. So probably hitting it with a bounce or something is the play. Once again, I'm not too keen on using bounce because of the 85 accuracy. Until I get a accuracy improving item, I'm wanting to lean away from them. Other things that I could do are Wing Attack doesn't quite KO. Oh, well, if I'm level 33, maybe even 34, and I have Expert Belt, it's a range, 50% to KO, and whatever they do, Bug Buzz, Toxic Moonlight, Protect. So Crobat could be the thing to do. Other Pokemon that notably stand out to me is the Beautifly. It has great coverage, Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Energy Ball, Psychic, and once again, it has that pesky Focus Sash. So Wing Attack would be great, but Psychic unfortunately would do lots of damage. Here, Bug Buzz, lots of damage. Metang, Bug Buzz still does boatloads. Ice Fang into Ice Fang would be pretty good, or even Dragon Rage into an Ice Fang. However, if, Air Slash crits, that's something that can go wrong. One thing that I thought of was Stealth Rocks. I got the Stealth Rock TM, I think from Roar, or Rock Tomb and then Stealth Rock from somewhere else. But either way, Stealth Rocks breaks Focus Sash and is just good overall against a bug team. Like, it'll do 50% to the Beautifly, which is very, very nice. And another benefit is, like, Rock Slide can just KO the Dustox. So I just start with Layer On. Bug Buzz isn't going to do a ton, and I can set up Stealth Rocks. If Bug Buzz crits, then I would need to swap into, like, here, or even here. There's not here. I don't want to swap into this, but my point is I can start with Stealth Rocks, and then probably Rock Slide KO. They might, like, protect, but most likely they'll Bug Buzz. But if they Bug Buzz, Stealth Rocks, and then I Rock Slide, KOing them, so then I can get rid of the Focus Sash for this, which is great. And, hey, this is like basically a bug team, except for, of course, Drapion. But for the rest of them, I think an Fire type would probably do quite well. Against Beautifly, Flame Wheel Okos, Venomoth, Flame Wheel Okos, and I don't even have, like, Expert Belts. And of course, versus Scizor, Flame Wheel Okos. Monferno seems like a great add-in. It outspeeds Scizor, it outspeeds Venomoth, it outspeeds Beautifly. So overall, great. I could bring another Fire type as well, just in case, like, I switch in, do stuff, and then need to swap out, or if I get crit or things like that. So another Fire type could probably be useful. Cumbusken will do the same thing. I'll be able to Fire Punch and KO all of the important ones. Notably, I don't outspeed the Venomoth with Cumbusken, and I don't have Speed Boost. So I can't. Cumbusken is a second option compared to Monferno, but it is still good against Beautifly. It is still good against the Scizor. Drapion. Drapion's the last Pokemon that I really need to worry about, though. One thing about Drapion that is actually quite annoying to work around is it has Sniper and Scope Lens with high crit moves. So if any of these crit, like, most things are just going to die to one of the things or not. Like, it even does 56% to Lairon, which is not great, because then if I get crit, then I have to swap out. And I don't have, like, shell armor on Grottle. Granted, I don't think a Grottle would be great anyways, because, I mean, if I'm level 33, right? Even if I don't get crit by stuff, I'm still taking 78% from Cross Poison. Well, my ground type of Sand Slash does not quite get there. Dig does good amount. If I, like, go into Monferno, Fake Out, or, like, go into Gyarados, I could bring Gyarados and Intimidate it. That doesn't help against crits, but Intimidate and do a bit of damage, and then Sand Slash would work. It does not outspeed either, though, so that is another thing. Like, I can go into here, but then if you Night Slash crit, that's very bad. Alright, I think this is the play. Instead of having Rock Slide on Lairon, I have Rock Tomb. I can swap into Drapion with Lairon, because Lairon has great bulk. I can then Rock Tomb for a good amount of damage, 33 minimum. And then it'll be at -1, which is 54, notably less than 76. In which case then, the 84 damage plus the Rock Tomb damage will be able to KO the Drapion. And even if you do Night/Crit, I do survive at 2. So I think the play is when Drapion is in, I swap to Lairon, I Rock Tomb, not Rock Slide, then swap into Sandslash and dig for the KO. Here, Lairon sets up Stealth Rocks and Rock Tomb will still be able to KO. Oh, I'm level 35 for whatever reason. 33. Even if it does crit stuff, I should be okay. I am worried that Lairon is being used for this and Drapion, but I think it should be fine. I do have Wish on Espeon, but I don't think I'll be able to use it against a bug team, so probably not that. Either way, Lairon to start. We have Monferno and Cumbusken to be able to sweep with fire moves. Then for backup, Gyarados, which is good. Sandslash, which is good to be able to take out the Drapion. Seadra is pretty good, and if I level it up to level 34, it's speed ties. But if I don't think I'm going to use it against Drapion, but if you are lowered speed, I'll be fine. Mainly, this, I just want to use Seadra, is the main reason why. But yeah, I think that will be the team. I was leveling up my Pokemon, and I thought I hadn't put an evolution in a while. And sometimes it's just nice to look at it. Nice. Here is Aaron. Oh, how nice. Just in case I didn't have my team healed. Oh, sorry. Let me think about it.
I'm a huge fan of bug-type Pokemon. They're nasty, mean, yet beautiful. Get what I mean? Some of them are really strong, too. I just can't help but gush about them to everyone. In fact, how about I show you some beautiful bugs right now? I'll try to fight closer to your level, but don't worry if you'll lose. So, shall I show you my beautiful bugs in an official battle? No. Really? I'd reconsider. I'll make it worth your while, and it's fine if you lose. So, shall I show you my bugs in an unofficial battle?
I suppose so.
Brilliant! Here comes my nasty, mean, yet beautiful partners.
I could see, I think it's, there we go. I could see this being counted as an unofficial battle, as they say. So if I ran into it accidentally, meh. I could see me like skipping the Nuzlocke, but I feel like it's part of the Nuzlocke challenge, so
Either way.
We start with Stealth Rocks. Protected. Excellent. I honestly would have preferred that on the next turn. But at this point, I go into Monferno. Cool. What does? Should not do much damage at all. That's fine if I lowered my special defense. Main thing is Flame Wheel. Should just one-hit KO. Should do a minimum of 98 damage. Dustox has 87 HP. Cool. Alright, Beautifly. did send in Beautifly next, as expected. Pointed Stones. Beautiful. Flame Wheel. Outspeed. One shot. Nice. As expected, my next guess is going to be Drapion and not Venomoth, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Venomoth. Okay, it was Venomoth. Presumably because Bug is better against me versus Dark, is my guess. Or it has a Psychic move. That's probably the thing, yeah. I do outspeed. It doesn't have any sort of like Quick Claw or anything. Flame Wheel will KO. Nice. Now it's Drapion. Okay. As expected, it wouldn't go into Scissor, which makes sense. When stones go in, it's wanting to use Cross Poison against me. So I will swap back into Silver. Cross Poison doesn't affect me. I use a Rock Tomb. Night Slash. Does not crit. Even if it did crit, once again, the maximum it would have been able to do when I'm at level 33 is 63 damage, so I would have survived. It lowered its speed, and now I can swap into... see, I don't want to like stay in and like continue Rock Tombing or Iron Heading because that leads to more crits. So, I swap into Sand Slash now. Or Brown, sorry. I'll try to use the nicknames. And even if it does Night Slash crit, it should only do 90 damage at the max. It was a crit, and I survived. Now, if I dig, I outspeed because of the -1, and this should minimum roll do 84 damage. And with the... Oh, I didn't even need that extra because of the Rock Tomb. It was guaranteed to KO. Okay. Next is Sizzle. I am at a low amount of HP. X-Scissor, Bullet Punch, and Iron Head can KO me. I'm wondering if it will guarantee use Bullet Punch because I'm at so low HP and a priority kill will be prioritized over regular hitting moves. I wonder if that's the case. Because I don't know about that with the AI. So if it does use it, it could give me a hint. Granted, it could also just be one of the 3 moves that it chose out of the 1 and 3. From here, I don't want to go directly back into red because if it does Bullet Punch and crit, or Iron Head and crit, that's very bad for me. It could cost me red. So, I'm thinking about just going into Sangria. Sangria it won't be able to KO, but it will be able to take it a lot nicer. And put on and Intimidate. Everything good stuff. Going into Kumbusken had the same, or, sorry, I forget what Kumbusken's nickname was. It did use Bullet Punch. Granted, could be a 1 in 3, but that is something to note for the future. If I'm at low HP, it might just go for the priority move. So, now that this is in, you are at a -1 attack. I'm going to go for Aqua Tail. I hit. It's great. Okay. Should be good. The only way that this would have gone really, really bad is if I missed and it went for Sword Stance, and then I missed again, and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna Dragon Rage. That's okay. I outspeed, so I think the play is just Dragon Rage again. Just to play around the possibility of missing. X's is fine, and okay, you did only have one potion. I wasn't sure about that. If they had 2 hyper potions, this wasn't the play. There's that. Could I check in here? Trainers. Doesn't look like it. It's unfortunate. Either way, made it through.
Wow, your Pokemon are trained seriously well. I expect I'll see you at the Pokemon League for an official battle. So, have I shown you the greatness of bug Pokemon? Either way, I've got a TM for you for listening to my spiel. It's the purely offensive bug-type move, X-Scissor.
Nice, nice. Let me swap to Calm. Excellent.
Alright, it was great to meet you. See you another time.
Wow. Okay. We are in Art Home.